I'll get back to work. I gotta crank open some windows in here. I got that one open. It was windy, so I didn't leave the windows open, but it's nice now, so we need to open some. I'll just put my coat on. It's better to have, because we live in an orchard, it's better to have cleaner air because of all the plant life circulating through the house than, not. And I've spent we moved over to here in 2012. So I've spent the last 14 years, living in here like I camping with the windows open most of the year around, except for when the extreme conditions, like when it's really hot, I have the evaporative cooler on with the air, the water going through. At nighttime, open all the windows and sleep because we have all the trees. But I usually, it's pretty much like camping with a big, nice canopy shed, so it works. Yeah. No, I have a good dad. I really do. I have a good dad and a good mom. People in military intel can look at and judge my parents one way or another, but they're not entitled to because my mom and dad raised the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and their family and their employees for espionage and debt and trespass did not. So no one in military intel is in any position to pass judgment on my parents or my siblings or my spouses or my children. I can pass judgment, but I understand what's going on. Them, the people passing judgment on us. Judge not, for you judge yourself, It's very important to forgive your brother of his trespass if you want your father to forgive you of yours, especially when that day. So when the men come, there will be no doom. One song and pity on those whose chances grow thinner. Pity on them? Well, because life's eternal grace is infinite and we're all affected by what happens to each other. That's what Bob's saying. He didn't want the people in the CIA that conducted the Tuskegee experiments to die. He wanted them to be born again. He wanted them to go, Haile Selassie is the Messiah. Let's all live the Lord's Prayer. That's what Bob wanted. Oh, you know it when you hear the man talk. Okay, he knew he had to make money, to pay money to the devil and Satan for poor Jamaicans not to starve to death and have shoes for their kids. But he wanted to be like King Solomon's and King David's Israel. And don't say that's not true. I've listened to the man talk. Okay? So, movement of Jah people, give us another brother Moses gonna cross the Red Sea. Movement of Jah people, move. So, he did his best. I was doing my best. When we first started this, a lot of my linguistics was quote unquote off because I was given what I was given and connecting to people in my environment to the best of my ability to help them live righteously, right? And the scientists, they're wrong. They're using all the words wrong. That's wrong. That's why that one guy came in, you're an idealist and you'll get people killed. No, just stand up for Lord's Prayer. Before I even started posting on YouTube, they have Lim Allen talk to me while they were monitoring us at the store. What can Obama do? You got to stand up for the Lord's Prayer. It's not time yet. No, wrong answer. He's a pragmatist. No, he's not. I'm a pragmatist. I'm pragmatic. I live what's pragmatic and real. You can't make deals with the devil and say, he just needs to go listen to a Tracy Chapman album. A love declared for days to come is as good as none, right? They don't understand what love is. No. Guys, you have a man from Las Cruces, New Mexico, living in his hometown after going to Cochise County and cleaning up the mechanisms for human trafficking all by himself in 2009. Okay? No one acknowledges it publicly that's a public figure or a public leader. The only people that give him any dignity and respect are the poor people being abused with him at the Walmarts and other places, especially at the Walmarts, especially the one on Loman. And good kids, good people. Well, the little girl for dad, that's because most people are not afraid to talk, but they're definitely terrified to listen. Superficial frivolity, superficial frivolity, superficial frivolity. truth, faithful love, kindness. Superficial frivolity, superficial frivolity, superficial frivolity. Truth, caring, kindness, superficial frivolity. This conversation is over, mister. You're a Christian. And you? I know. You want legalized abortion and you vote. Her old man was real cool. But the daughter was trained by the school. And she ran away, stopped talking to us, don't talk to us. And I was like, damn. Then I had a wonderful conversation with the girl in the cart with the ankle of the handsome man she was with. Yeah, they were so sweet. The two young ladies they were so pretty. They're so pretty. So many pretty girls in Las Cruces. Patrick said that too. Dad, that's why you had a D average in high school. Yeah, mostly because I spent most of my time in Cruces. Yeah, you were too busy looking at the girls. I wasn't really looking at them. I was getting to know them. Me and Michelle Pattis spent half the class and are encouraged by Mr. Scroggs to do so. He said, you guys make the class really fun. You're both very intelligent. You're not afraid to listen well and speak intelligently. I'm really excited to see what happens when you two are seniors, but I moved across town. Yeah. But he was just excited. He goes, you two really make the Socratic teaching method and the exchange and the having the conversations be intelligent and interesting to keep the class going. You two are perfect for it. I love Jesse Scroggs. I love him. I will always love Jesse Scroggs. This and that. He was being abused by the perverts here that still have us all to be denied the Lord's Prayer. I love Jesse Scroggs. Wonderful guy. Okay. Wonderful man. Really good teacher. Right. Good person. He loved kids and he loved sharing with them. And he told us the stories about Rome. Him and his wife went to Rome. He goes, you go see the Colosseum and all that? No, it's horrible. It's not that way anymore. There's nothing but stray cats in there and it smells like a big giant litter box, cat box. It's terrible. And the cats, they're feral. It's so funny. I was like, you're kidding. He goes, no. Same way my mom was about Nolans. Oh, it's horrible. It's moldy and it stinks and it's terrible. I hate the South. Mom? Like, no, they're in these musty. And I was like, it takes away a lot of the charm. I didn't spend any long time in that deep of the South. I did spend 3 years in Cumberland County, North Carolina. I know, salud. That's one of the worst killing fields in the whole United States. Oh, people know. Oh, I saw a video on YouTube with a guy all tatted up that does special and black ops and stuff for trained by the military and then did it and, like SWAT type stuff and all that and drug recon for reinforcement stuff and drug and DEA and all that. Yeah. And at Fayetteville, things ain't changed in old Fayetteville, Vietnam. It's been that way ever since they can either get them to be good black people that will kill them trifling ass criminal niggas or kill them criminal niggas because that's what gives us all a job. It's horrible. And you said, yeah. Well, the killing fields, they get the poor people to mass kill the poor people in Fayetteville, but the trees keep the pollution at bay. So if you're a poor person in the military, you can get out in the trees and get out to, stuff like that and live a longer, healthier life in Cumberland County than you can in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona is just in El Paso are just big, poor people killing fields. Cancer and every other birth defect that you can think of. Today when I was leaving the store, there was a man with very tough birth defects. He had a hunchback and his neck was almost out instead of vertical, almost horizontal. And his head was at the spindle, right? He comes walking out of his car and I saw him and I wanted to get over and, but he went to go get the nearest cart. I wanted to go over and say, how are you doing, sir? Nice night, sir. Right? Because people usually don't say anything that kind to people that have those kind of birth defects. They see them as being punished or something wrong with them. Okay, and so it's still very pervasive today in the way that they're treated. People that have those kind of birth defects through inadequate access to resources and very stressful, aggressive, unnecessarily stressful, aggressive, toxic environments. Right? And he went to go grab this cart and it had all kinds of trash in it. And I thought, oh, what a sweetheart. He's going to go use that cart anyway, even though there's trash in it. He's going to clean it out and go shop in the store. He gets treated like shit, but he cleans up a lot of the crap. No, he went to the car, took out his 2 water bottles that he was going to fill at the water machine, walked over with that cart. It was because it was the nearest cart. He's used to being treated like trash, so he just accepted it. So what I thought was beautiful was actually sad. There's no me without you, and one man's happy, another man's sad. Not really, because when one man that should be happy is sad, all other people are not really happy. When the Messiah's truth is perfect and we're denied the Messiah's perfect truth, the man of sorrows is eternally sad, and people that think they're happy are actually very sad. It's sad to think you're happy winning the Super Bowl when children are being raped for money. It's sad to think you're happy filling up a coliseum for people to listen to you sing songs about your dysfunctional sex life when people are being killed and murdered and raped over money. How are you doing? Tolerable. Right? You came and talked to me with the guys. I don't know how this works. Yeah, there's this person that's been pretty much groomed and manipulated by the Temple Set Illuminati her whole life. A lot like my Amy, right? And I get her a lot when I go to Walmart and I come back, right? And we're sitting here and I'm eating my dinner and I'm watching the basketball game with the kiddos. And she sits there and she said, when you talked to Gladys, you got friends in low places? Probably does. And you said that the women can't handle being the Messiah because they're too connected to the children because the placenta... And I talked to the other lady. I said it twice tonight to the other lady. She was beautiful, wasn't she? She's so gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. They're both so gorgeous. They're so pretty. My gosh, they're so pretty. There's so many beautiful, kind, and pretty, strong people in Las Cruces. You'll know, because we'll spread across the world better than wildfire. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm just being silly, but tell Max and Emmy I said hey. Hey, guys. Okay. I get the concept. But so, I know they're old. I know how old they are. Gosh, don't remind me how old they are. I don't need to be reminded how old Kate and Max and Emmy are. I'm well aware of how old they are. But struck a nerve. Oh yeah. Where were we? She said that the women, I said to them that the women feel it more strongly than the man does, because the man has the hemisphere, because he has to get done what needs to be done for a righteous, faithful, loving life for her and the kids, right? Because me and the young man talked, I mean, the one is, happy wife, happy life. And if your wife ain't happy, you and the kids ain't going to be happy. And if you tell people that the woman's a bitch because you gave her money, then you deserve a bitch, because that's what you give her is what you make her, right? And she started sticking up for Javon Ruth. She said, how do you know Javon, through years, hasn't had tribal, jealous women kill her sons? I know, like Shaka Zulu, and impale them. And I get it, Mommy. I understand. You're a very empathetic little kiddo. I love you always, like you sometimes. But when we have conversations like this, I like you more. Okay? No, you tell Javon I said hey. Okay? She ain't no stallion, she's a mare. Okay? Oh, anybody thinks that woman is a stallion? Man, child, you've been fucking in prison too long. That's all mare. Whew, there ain't nothing stallion about that woman. You won't need no camel when I take you for a ride. You won't need no harem, honey. What's that? Midnight at the Oasis. Yeah, that's okay. Send your camel to bed. I ain't got that on the MP3, girl. I do have Sylvia's Pillow Talk. Yes, I do. Oh my God. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, I do have that, but it's rap. Yeah, it's one of the first rap tunes. But not first, but one of the most popular. No, well, no, there's lots of rap tunes back in the yeah. So one kid was talking about that. He says, "Oh, this is rap." And I said, "Yes, yes." There was a lot of hip hop rap tunes, and then he grabbed her, and then he tied her to the railroad tracks, and then they're rapping. They're not really singing. They're more or less rapping. As he sat there and turned to the same old rodeo, and then he tied it to the railroad tracks. The coasters were very much Charlie Brown. It was more or less like rapping. That's kind of like yeah. Love is like hip hop. Well, music has. Shut up. Okay, you're such a brat. Good gosh. Jennifer Lynn Lopez, instead of defending people still stuck in philanthropy, let's just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. And then once we're living the Lord's Prayer, say, I also know what it's like to have thirst. And Lost on Jeopardy, baby. Okay, do you understand? Okay. I like the kid. I sometimes, one of these days we'll meet and we'll see how much we tolerate liking each other, in doses. We'll see. You just better make sure you bring the coconuts, okay? Because Max, I know him. And Emmy, she's so sweet. She's so sweet. She's such an empathetic, caring person. When people say things that are harmful and hurtful to others, it hurts Emmy Maribel too. Okay. She hurts when other people hurts. That's an empathetic person. Yeah, Max is similar. Yeah. Never underestimate those Pisces, Pancha. They say Pancha she's a baby because she sucks her fingers. Yeah. You are such a. She's been doing film study. I'm just kidding around. But you can listen to somebody when nobody knows you're listening and listen to what he has to say and care about the people that he cares about because he cares about the people that you care about. Of course. Yeah, naturally. They're going to put me in the movies. I think she's cute too, yeah. They have this lady on Western New Mexico's commercials. She plays one time where she's the patient who gets uh, the little blood monitor, the blood pressure or whatever monitor on her finger. Okay, and they also have her in her graduation outfit getting her diploma. Okay, on two separate commercials, but she's quite loverly. Yeah, she is. She's pretty. I think she's pretty too. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. She's pretty. I totally agree. Yeah. She's pretty, isn't she? Yeah, she's pretty. Yeah. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, when you look at the mountains, you know, to sound like you're being appropriate, you don't sit there and say, "Well, I don't want to offend and possibly get fired from my job from playing that the Grand Tetons are just beautiful snow collecting." They're called the Great Titties. That's what it means in French. The Grand Tetons, the big Grand Breastises, just like David on, on, on Living Color. Did they have big breasts? I forgot about that. That one made me laugh really hard. Oh my gosh! But did you have big breasts? No, that's. Oh, that was a funny episode. Oh yeah, that was good. Oh, so they were incarcerated, and he was without women for a long time. And they asked these with women, did they have big breasts? That one was funny. I remember that one. Oh, that's some good stuff. Okay, I'm beginning to like you more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Silver City. Yeah, Silver City's pretty. Yeah, the Gila is pretty. It is very pretty. I totally concur. I agree. It's in a pretty spot. And then, it's in a pretty spot for the town. And then you're like 10 minutes away from the mountains and the creeks and the lakes. And it's pretty. It's a gorgeous spot. Yeah. I have a really soft spot in my heart for Silver City because Linda came in breach and the hospital in Lordsburg couldn't handle it. And they drove my mom up to Silver to deliver Linda and Stack Parsons. Aviar. Provincial Aviar. Ramirez Rodriguez Gonzalez. Hi, Lupe. Okay. There, you don't have to give me the old Obama thing. Say hi yourself. Say, okay, they're old enough to watch it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Malia's a sweetheart. You know, she cares about people and she's a strong person. That Sausage is a special kid. She's a really strong person. Oh yeah, she is. She's very spirited. You can't get shit past her, and she won't comply because you say comply because other people abuse you if you don't. I don't give a shit. I like her too. I like Sasha too. Oh, I love everybody. Okay, but I think even Malia can admit, yeah, my little sister, you know, she'll get up and jump people's shit when other people won't. Mm-hmm. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Yeah. Well, we got to keep everybody safe. I'm the one who's supposed to clean up the shit so people don't have to jump people's shit. Okay, because I'm right and they're wrong. I'm good and they're about, yeah. So I'm the light, I'm the way, none unto the faith of the Father except unto me. And then the scientist, you're saying thank you, Redeemer, and you're talking about yourself. No, I was talking about Muhammad and all them. Now, Muhammad is the molecular similitude of Abraham, Melchizedek, Malachi, Muhammad. Okay. So I'm saying thank you for Muhammad for standing up for the true light and the way during his time, who's the spirit of my nephew in Albuquerque. So if I'm saying it, but he's not, yeah, he's helping. Prayer helps. Faithful love helps. Eternal understanding helps through humility. Okay? You don't know my nephew Isaac as well as I do. You study him like a neuroscientist. I talk to him in eternal faithful prayer. Who talks to Muhammad and Abraham and Malachi and Melchizedek in prayer on a regular basis? Me. Right? It was the spirit of Muhammad that, you know, had me explain to the Mormon church, no, it's wrong to kill the innocent, to try to acquit the guilty, you know. They're wrong. The Vatican's wrong. The Catholic Church is wrong. It's a business. It's not faith based on reality. It's wrong to kill an innocent child that saw you do a crime so you don't have to pay for your crime. And Jesus is not meant to pay for your sins with his innocent blood. That's a pagan, barbarian ritual that is not Hebrew religion. Thanks, Max and Emmy's mom. You going to give Lupe credit for that one? Okay. Okay. Hey, I ain't going to argue. Really? You sure it wasn't Max and Emmy? Just kidding. You sure it wasn't the kids teaching grandma? The oldest of all of you in spirit from the time of Zion to help us all be good neighbors and love one another and be good friends very well may be the youngest. It happens sometimes. Like Snugbug? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's a mature little thing. Her dad was kind of a dumbass. Her biological, yeah. Yeah, Robert Nate Nice did not like Oscar. He's not one of us. He talks bad about you and tries to betray you just like Nate every time we turn around. You stand up for him and say, hey, respect him, show him respect, he's one of us. And he runs you down and talks about what a loser and how stupid you are, just like Nate, every time you're not around. You talk well about them and say support them. They're trying to help you be a better person so you can live a better life. And they say you are not capable of helping anybody live a better life, and they have to constantly watch you, and they'd fire you the first chance they get if they could, because you just buy into the kids and all their bullshit about, hey, Karnan, and what's up, bro? What's up, dog? You know, it's all good. You bet your ass. I don't buy into the kids. I respect the kids because I'm one of them. Like the kids used to, no, Dad, you're one of us. You're one of us. You're not one of them. You're one of us. You're not a Colorado, Missouri, Wyoming cowboy that wants to turn us all into Colorado, Missouri, Wyoming cowboys. You respect us. Viva la familia. No, Mickey D's don't bother. It was carne asada. He's one of us, man. He's one of us. Please pass the green chili and the tamales. Thank you. And the tortillas, we're saving those for communion. Not de Diaz. She's the best. I love you guys, man. We'll talk later. Every time I go to the store and I come back, Jesus tells me, roll with it, baby. And so I does. I'm not trying to hide anything, and I'm not embarrassed of anything. People that should be embarrassed are the people that don't recognize me publicly as the Messiah and stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me. All right? Why should I be embarrassed for talking to people that I feel in prayer anytime I go somewhere publicly and the scientists are saying it's never going to happen? It already did happen. He's the light in the way, and you're not. Your money is fake and child molesting, murdering, and raping, and we're the protectors of the innocent. Hi, it's Cochise County all over again. Yeah, June 9th, 2009. Okay, love you guys. Thanks, Jeff. Well, we'll talk about that too, about cleaning up the Blue Origin and cleaning up with the space trash. And thanks, Jeff. I forgot about that with you. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks, dude. Rocky Mountain High, bro. Okay, thanks, man.